just finished the Age of Attraction reunion. Why is it 17 hours long? Do I look tired? Because Paolo is exhausted. Okay, actually it's not that long. It's a 3-hour extended cut. 20 minutes in and I was Googling, is there an abridged version? Apparently that's just what I am here for, and I promised you a recap, so here we go. 3 quick notes to kick us off. First, why didn't they have the couples sit together? I just thought that was weird. Second, in between talking to each couple, they would do these interesting intros, but they were all like, this pilot tried to fly his way to her heart. Let's see if he made it to the landing strip. Ugh. I hated it. And finally, they did mention that no one on the cast got paid except the hosts, Natalie and Nick. Y'all did this for free? We'll start with Libby and Andrew. They are still together, doing long distance, but considering a move to Florida. I will say, this was my favorite look at Libby. She was articulate, and I can actually see why they're still together. Vanelle and Jorge got together after the show. Girl. Then there was like 3 hours of listening to attorney Jorge explain that altercation that happened during filming outside. And I don't mind detail if we're sitting down for coffee, but babe, we got places to go. The moral of the story is she thought the man yelling at them was out of harm's way. He thought he was too close. I will say every single man involved with this show speaks so highly of Papa Jorge. He must be a good guy. Derek and Pfeiffer are no longer together. She wasn't actually at the reunion, but I'll explain what she said in just a second. Derek explained that after the show, she did fly out to Dallas, but they broke up a few weeks later. Well, it sounds like she maybe just had some friends in her ear. He also learned that she lived in a sorority house, which, you know, for a man with a house and a kid, just maybe they're not on the same page. Though he speaks glowingly about her, and you can't tell me a single bad thing about this man. I think he is a gem. But he did say he is single and his DMs are open, so ladies, shoot your shot. Now, Pfeiffer did put up a post saying she didn't want to be a part of something that didn't align with who she was, but there's no bad blood. And she's in a new relationship and her boyfriend surprised her with this trip to Japan. Yeah, Pfeiffer, you don't turn down that. Now, the real reunion started when it was John and Teresa's turn. After the show, they hung out in all these different places, Chicago, Naples, New York, and that's where things went downhill. They had a dinner with John's sister and another girl from the show, and Teresa felt like they were just nagging her about her age. Now, neither of their stories really match up on how things occurred from there on out. At the reunion, she's upset but articulate about the situation, and John cannot muster a sentence, and they are prodding like, bud, this is the reunion, you gotta come up with something. I feel like, and this is just me speaking, John was working hard to not say anything disparaging about Teresa. I think he was spoken to in a way that he just does not accept in his life, but rather than communicating that to her properly, to just say, hey, this is not for me, I'm out, he kind of just assumed the relationship was over and then she felt ghosted. Now, I don't even know what Chris said because Leah was so funny. Girlfriend could not have possibly been more expressive. You knew every single thought going on in her head. Our still engaged couple were the last to speak, and there's really no takeaways because they're just doing great. Okay, that's it. 3 hours, goodness gracious, you're welcome.